Hey everybody, it's time for another tech tip of the week. And this week we're going to look a little bit more at PowerPoint and how we can take it to Google Slides and then embed it into Canvas, as well as ways to create QR codes and be able to do stations with some different features. So I'm going to open up a PowerPoint here, and here I've got a slide on the U.S. Constitution, how it splits the three branches of government, and then into the three branches who kind of resides under all three of those branches. So we're going to go ahead and create this like if I was going to do a flipped classroom, or if I knew I was going to be out and I wanted to record a PowerPoint and then be able to embed it into Canvas so all my students could view it on their own time in class while I'm out. So in PowerPoint, you're going to go over to record, right? And you've got a couple different options here. You got the audio option. We'll talk about that at another time, how you can embed individual things in different slides. But today, we're going to do a video recording and be able to convert this over. So you can do from the beginning or from the current slide. If you were going to do a multiple slide presentation, you could do it that way, but we're going to go from the beginning. And one of the great things that PowerPoint enables you to do now is you can go into a teleprompter phase. So if I knew I was going to be presenting this, I was going to be recording it, I could come up here and I could type out what I wanted to say before we ever get going. So that way people would know, or I would know what I want to say for each slide and be able to work through that without having to guess and without having to ad lib. I can just type out my message up here at the top and be able to go through it. Now, this is going to be what the viewer sees as they view your PowerPoint video. So I've got the slide, I've got my image embedded down here at the bottom. If I wanted to be able to show the background behind me, if I had a cool poster or something, I could do that. Or if I was at home recording this and I didn't want my students to see what's all up on my walls, I could hit blur background. It'll blur it all out. I can also adjust the viewpoint. If I wanted to be able to just have a presenter view, be able to put my notes in like I typically would for a PowerPoint, I could do that as well. Or if I just wanted to see the slide, and this is what students will see when they start to view it. But like I said, if I like the teleprompter, I can do that. I'll come up here to the top. I'll hit start recording. As you can see, you want to make sure that you have your camera turned on. All right. Or if you don't want to pop up on the video, you can turn it off as well. And then you always want to make sure that your microphone is on as well. So you'd go hit this red button, talk through the slide however you would. All right, so I would say, the United States government creates three branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial. And then from the Constitution, we've got our branches, and each branch is split up. Legislative into Congress, executive is the White House, the president, and the judicial, we typically think about the Supreme Court and then the federal courts underneath it. I'd hit stop. I would export that video, and then you'll be able to save that video to your laptop. Okay, that's not going to save automatically to your drive because this is Microsoft, it's PowerPoint, so it's going to save wherever you tell it to save, whether it's on your desktop or whether it's in a file you have somewhere. So once you've done that, you've recorded your presentation, and now you want to put it into Canvas for your students to be able to share. All right, so I've got one I did earlier, just a quick one already embedded in my folder. So I would right click, I would file upload. I need to get this into Drive. I would click on my presentation, and then I'd go from there. Okay. Once I've done that, I'm going to come to Canvas, wherever I want to embed this into Canvas. All right. If you're on a desktop, this will probably already be laid out. If you're on a laptop, you're going to probably have to click on those three dots. I'm going to click on Google Drive. Remember, I've got to upload from my computer into Drive first. I'm going to select the file that I want, open it up, and I'll be able to select whatever it is that I want to do. I'm going to attach it, and then eventually it'll get loaded into my Canvas page. I'm going to go ahead and save and publish that. And now students, when they come here, they'll be able to click on this button, the play button, and it'll play for them, and they can view it, like I said, at home if you want to try to flip your classroom a little bit and be able to have your students watch your lectures and watch your information online. All right. Or if you want to, if you know you're going to be out one day, let's say you know you're going to be sick or you got to go to a conference, something like that, and you want to be able to deliver instruction to your students without physically being present, you could do it this way as well. Now, let's say that you are interested in doing several of these presentations, recording them, and then doing stations throughout your classroom, all right, or doing something out in the hallway. But you want to be able to record a slide, put it up, have students be able to watch that slide on their own, and then do an activity with it. So you can create QR codes that you could, using Google, that you could put out on pieces of paper for your students to be able to use. So here, I'm going to go share. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the link. So copy that link. All right. I'm going to bring that up. And then from here, I can create the QR code by hitting share this page, and Google will automatically create a QR code for you. I've got it right here. I'm going to download that. It's going to come up as a PNG, and then I can insert this into a page that I wanted to. So if I had an activity for students and I've created several of these individual slides with information, me presenting and talking through it, and I want students to be able to watch that and listen to that as they engage with some other form of the material on their own, I could create these QR codes and have them out for students to be able to scan with their phone or any kind of device, and then be able to watch that video on their own and complete a task with it as they move throughout the classroom or move throughout the hallway. So that's your tech tip of the week, using PowerPoints and being able to convert it into Canvas and use it. And we'll talk next week a little bit about Google Slides some more, and how I can do audio for individual pages and then embed that into Canvas as a Google Slide.